I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was
So, hey guys, it's me again, your girl Raia, and I'm back with another video. Now, for this video, by the way, before you guys complain for seeing that it's 20 minutes, this is all about how to get equipment, where to farm equipment, where to get the unbound and bound equipments, and where to get the best equipments in game. Now, you guys are probably gonna be wondering, why is it 20 minutes, Raya? What's going on? Why did you consume so much time? It's because there's a lot of parts in here wherein I can actually do a separate tutorial, but I consolidated them in all into one. So without further ado, let's get started. The first one that I wanted to discuss with you guys is the elite bosses. Now, the elite bosses, by the way, can be found anywhere in the map. And if you actually click on the map on the upper right side corner of your screen, you will actually see there, if you scroll down, that there are elite boss parts in every map. So pretty much in every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and 30 minutes, some bosses or some elite bosses actually spawn on those maps, and you can actually kill them, and you may get some gears. It could be just the blue or green gears, but if you're lucky, you may also get some orange gears. Now, most of the gears that you can actually get from elite bosses are unbound items, so that means you also have an option to give it away or sell it. And for the bound items that you think that you're not gonna be using, and mostly you might be thinking that, oh, hey, these are actually trash. Well, all equipments are actually not trash, because you may actually liquidate them or fuse them into your horcrux, and that will also increase your battle points in the long run. Now, these bosses actually spawn randomly, so that means it won't just spawn on the first elite boss. It could be anywhere, but I will actually provide you guys with a tip on that. I am currently in VIP 3, so that means I have an option to teleport directly to the spot where I wanted to go. But if you're not a VIP player and you wanted to kill an elite boss, I would suggest that you go AFK on the area where you want to farm. For example, whenever I'm farming in Tarkan, I actually, before, when I wasn't VIP 3 or VIP 1, I would normally farm on the elite boss spot, so that when the elite boss actually spawned, then my character will automatically hit the elite boss, and there's a chance for me to actually get the ownership of the boss, and I can get the loot from that. Now, another thing I wanted to explain with you guys is the spawn time of these bosses. So, in Laurentia, Noria, and Devious, the bosses actually spawn in every 10 minutes. And then in Tynute, Atlans, and Tarkan, it actually spawns within 20 minutes, every 20 minutes. While in Ida, Icarus, and Kanturu, and then the maps above that, it spawns after 30 minutes. So that means in every 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, a new elite boss actually comes out, and it comes out randomly. Now, one thing you wanted to keep in mind is that you can only gain ownership of these bosses 20 times. Each bosses 20 times, and if you've killed those bosses more than 20 times already, then you're, even though you gain ownership, pretty much the next person that's going to be hitting other than you will be getting the loot and not you. Now, one of the techniques pretty much that we do as a guild, or me and my friend actually do, is we actually form a party whenever we're farming these bosses, especially when we're trying to AFK in one area, so that it gives us a better odds of getting the boss. It means, what I'm trying to say is, if I didn't get lucky into hitting the boss, then my teammate might actually be lucky enough to actually hit it and get the reward. But if you are a VIP player, or if you have instant teleportation like me, then you can actually do it solo. These bosses are actually so weak that even a level 100 can actually kill it. Now, elite boss hunting is actually something good to do when you're done with everything. I mean, when you're done with your daily quests, when you're done with your events, when you don't have any XP elixir cards that you're using and you wanted to get some items, then that's actually a good thing. Now, next stop will be the world boss. So, I'm going to be discussing to you the world boss. So, these pretty much are the world bosses here. We have Death King, Flower Queen, Ice Queen, Rune Spider, Kraken Hydra, Zycon, Evil Dragon, Phoenix of Darkness, and Cursed Demon King. Now, all of these bosses pretty much they come out on a specific time, and pretty much as you can see, Dead King, Flower Queen, Ice Queen, they come up every hour. Rune Spider, Kraken Hydra, and Zycan comes out after 1 hour and 30 minutes. And then Evil Dragon, Phoenix of Darkness, and Cursed Demon, they come out after 3 hours. So that's why you would notice that there will be times that they don't all come out at the same time, but there will be hours that all of them are actually out, and you can actually farm all of them. And I know probably most of you guys are thinking, then how the hell can we actually tell what specific time this monsters will actually come out? So you guys, you do not have to worry. I took the liberty pretty much of computing and writing them all down specifically of what time they will come out. Now, if you look at your lower left side corner of your screen, you will see there that there's actually a clock that is synced in the game. Now, this is the clock that you actually have to follow for the schedule that I actually wrote down. So here you go. And for you guys, I would suggest you can feel free pretty much to to pause this and take a screenshot of the schedule of the world bosses based on the game's time, so that if you don't really have a good memory to actually memorize all of them, then at least you have it, you know, you actually have it stashed on your gallery and you can just simply look at it whenever you're free to do so. Now, the reason why it's important for you to know when exactly the boss will come is because it will allow you to prepare. Like, for example, me, I partied, by the way, with PRSVRLZT. So big shout out by the way to you. Because I saw him, he's on the area. He actually has a strong BP, so I don't want to be fighting against him. So I'd rather, and I'm doing a video, so I told him like I'm doing a video. Please party me. So one thing I always do whenever I'm preparing is I go to settings, I go to Autobot, and I limit my attack range to just 5 meters, and I make sure that I stand exactly on where the boss will spawn. And then I just click on auto attack, and while waiting for the boss, the reason why I limit the attack range of my character is because I don't want my character to roam around. So as you can see, I got the ownership. Me and PRZ actually got the ownership of the boss. It's because I limited within 5 meters so my character didn't move, and then I actually watched the time when it reached like 59 and then 59 seconds before it hits the clock. That's the time I spam my normal attacks and then my skills to make sure that I actually get the ownership. So when it comes to the world boss and even the elite boss, pretty much the one who got the ownership gets all the loot. And if you're in a party, then that means you guys can actually share the loot. Now, the first hitter is actually the owner. So that means no matter how hard you actually try to hit the boss, it doesn't mean that you'll be getting anything. Not unless the person dies, either killed by you or killed by somebody else, and you're the one who hit the boss after that. Or pretty much I do not suggest killing the other person, not unless it's just a sad greedy world out there and that's all you can think about. But that's actually also a good strategy, especially like an alliance strategy. If you don't want the other alliance to actually get strong, killing other people will be a good thing. But killing people in a normal map is not really suggested because that will increase your brutal points, and that makes it hard for you to farm, because if your name is red and you have brutal points, then even if you're just standing in the corner or just standing in the map, not even attacking, and you're on peace mode, they will kill you. Now, as you can see, I'm actually in a very different map because I don't like to be stealing loot from other people or other players. And Abyssal map, there's only like limited players that actually goes here because this is a VIP3 map. And Abyssal, pretty much, if you go to events, if you look at the left side corner below events, you can actually see their altar, and when you click on that, you can go to V3. Now, as you can see, I did end up soloing the boss because nobody noticed that the boss actually comes out. That's why it's always better that you actually come in prepared. That's why I showed you guys the boss schedule, because a lot of people don't know exactly what time the boss will spawn. So that means you actually have an advantage for you to get to the boss faster than them because you already know that he is about to come out. So for those people that are actually watching the video, then congratulations to you. You are very lucky. You've been informed. Just kidding. I'm sorry, by the way, for my voice. It's like 4 a.m. in the morning here in the Philippines, and I haven't really had enough rest. I've been writing down the notes, like all the information that I need to share with you guys, because I wanted to give you guys content that actually makes sense. Now, as you can see, these are the things that I actually looted from those boss. Now, I keep those things that are actually important and I think that I can use or sell. I'm talking about the unbound items. Unbound, it means I can actually sell them. And then I just liquidate the others in Horcrux. Now, I got a person asking me where to get the necklaces, the rings. You can actually get them from World Boss, Colima, and also Elite Bosses. Now, even if you have a strong party and your stats are low, other players can either steal boss ownership or just straight up kill you, like this one here. So I was farming with my team. I got Blast Flash, Kuni, Crack Toby, and Hazard. We were farming here. We already killed Phoenix, and then we tried to kill Evil Dragon. But as you can see, I end up getting killed by McCartney, and I didn't even know where McCartney was, so I tried to revive myself, and then I got killed again. And I was trying to run, and I got killed again. And I had to resurrect like 3 to 4 times because I was hoping to get the loot. And I tried to run away, but his normal attacks is too strong for me that it actually killed me instantly. And I tried to revive because I wanted to get the loot. So next is the Devil Square and Colima. Now, this is another good place to actually get the loot. Now, first thing I wanted to discuss is Colima because Colima is easiest. All you need to do pretty much is get a decent team and then go to Colima. Now, Colima hard actually, or normal Colima, I think provides you the legendary. No, 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 not legendary. I mean, the rank 4 items. Colima hard actually provides you rank 5 set items or normal items, while Kalima Abyss actually provides you rank 6 set items. Now, I was supposed to actually put here the set items, but it's gonna consume a lot of time, so I will do a video about that separately. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and discuss about Devil Square. Now, with Devil Square, as you can see, there's actually 7 waves. Now, the boss actually comes out in the 3rd wave, the 5th wave, and the 7th wave. What I would suggest, if you're in a team or in a group of party, what you can actually do is while the others are actually farming, when the set 3, 5, and 7 comes out, what you need to do is 1 or 2 people should actually roam around and look for the boss and make sure that you do the first hit. Now, unlike the world boss and also elite boss, with Devil Square, if somebody else is actually stronger than you, then they can actually steal the ownership of the boss. So that means no matter how hard you actually try to find it, they can actually steal it away from you. So my suggestion when it comes to that is try to check if the strong players already went in, because that's what we always do. I mean, we don't always do that, but sometimes we do, especially if we only have limited time and we needed to actually get the loot. Sometimes we actually wait for them to get in. Like for example, we ask around our guildmates like, "Did you encounter this person?" I'm talking about you, McCartney. I'm talking about you guys, MU Warriors. I'm just kidding. Like when they if they encounter them, then that means okay, I think we're good. We can actually go in. But at some point, it's also bad for the other players that are gonna be farming along with us. Then that means we're getting the loot and they wouldn't. So we all know how this feels, right? So pretty much that's how that works there. Now, pretty much, I saved the most basic way of getting an equipment for last. I don't know why, but I did. So, the next one pretty much is doing dungeons. Now, doing dungeons pretty much, you actually have an option to raid all, or go in manually to actually get and do the dungeon. Now, pretty much I usually do raids, especially if I have raid tokens, but sometimes if I'm not really feeling that lazy, I go solo mode and I actually do it manually to save to save my tickets for next time, especially when I'm busy. Now, I do this all of them. I literally have to do this all of them because you're not just getting equipments, you're getting feathers, you're getting gem of Maya, you're getting jewels, so you're getting a lot of stuff in here. So don't be lazy. If you actually want to be strong, then farm dungeon. I mean, what do you have to lose other than time, right? You're already playing. Other than chatting, then just go ahead and do the dungeon. So what I do is I do this a lot because it doesn't just help improve my characters for my wings, for upgrading. It also gives me a lot of equipment to liquidate and recycle to Horcrux, and my Horcrux will actually increase its level, which is another benefit for me, especially if I wanted to increase my character. You don't want to be left behind with your Horcrux, right? Even though your other stats are actually high, if your Horcrux is just like rank 4 or lower than that, then that means you're not farming enough. You're not doing everything that you actually could. So that's what I always do. I always just liquidate the stuff that I don't need. Usually I keep even just the legendary ones. I keep the rings and the pendants because usually you can sell them for a good amount of diamonds. Especially some of the items that you can actually loot has really 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 good stats. So that means pretty much if they have good stats, you can actually sell them. If you cannot personally use them, then your trash may be another person's treasure, right? So just go ahead and sell it because it might not be strong for your character, but it could be strong for somebody else. So you're not just helping them, you're helping yourself. You're earning yourself some mulas. I mean diamonds, not gold. So that's what I always do. I always farm every day, make sure that I check on the boss when I can farm the boss. Of course, you can be very unlucky and you can be very lucky, just like what I showed you guys earlier where I died and all that stuff. But all you need to do and focus on is to make sure that you farm world boss, you hunt elite bosses, you do your Colima, you do everything. I keep on telling in every video that do all of your events, do all of your quests because these are actually important. Now, of course, as you can see, I get some set items, and it's kind of hard for me to discuss the set items right now because there are like 4 set items in every character. 4 items for mage, 4 items for rogues, and 4 items for swordsmen. And I wanted to discuss all of them with you guys, but it's gonna be consuming so much time, so I couldn't. And as you can see, I usually just sell every single thing that I actually loot in order for me to get some mulas. So pretty much that's actually it. Now before my video ends, I wanted to do of course my big shout out. I wanted to do a big shout out to Blast Flash. Thank you so much for all the information that you're giving me. Cooney, Deadshot, Hazard, PRSVRLZT, Saint Emperor, of course, Urans. I also want to do a big shout out to Skun, Gandalf, BM Kratos, Lucy, Superfly, Dream Team PH, Hunter X PH, MU Warriors, and Jomman, which is my guild, which is a Thai guild. I love you guys so much, and you guys know that. And I really, really thank you so much, by the way, for your support. By the way, I will be providing you guys with additional videos next time. If you have any further suggestions, violent reactions, yeah, come on, come at me. Just kidding. I mean, violent reactions, anything, comment suggestions, just let me know in the comment box down below. I really, really appreciate each and everyone's time in watching the video. I know it's long, but see you guys on my next video. XOXO, Raya.